Success Insight shares the stories of the people with passion and drive who make things happen in the world. Here's your host, Howard Fox.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Mindset Monday with Andree Martin on the Success Insight podcast. Andree is our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. She is an LPGA Class A life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, and a neurolinguistic programming master's certified coach. Recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace, Andree works with individuals, groups, and corporate or organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andree, so good to see you again. Welcome back for another episode of Mindset Monday.
Thank you, Howard. Always good to be back on the podcast and Success Insight podcast with Mindset Monday.
Most definitely. Hard to believe, too. We are in the final quarter of 2022. What a year.
2022 has just flown. I just can't believe we're already on that forward stretch into
forward. I like forward
great,
stretch.
Successful end to a great year.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully
yes,
for
ma'am.
everybody.
Yep. So what is in store for us today?
Yes, today's topic is the 4 questions leaders should ask to make anything possible.
I love it.
I've been inspired this year. There have been so many success stories in sports, and I know there are also many success stories in businesses turning things around and really doing well. And I've been very fortunate to be in the golf business, where golf has been a huge benefactor of COVID and everything shifting forward. And while I know a lot has happened in other sports, Mindset Mondays, I like to use golf because that is my baby, my passion, and how I like to help leaders and winners continue to succeed with toughening up and gaining a better mindset. So I like to think today, I'd like for each of the listeners today to listen to the words, anything is possible. And I want you to think back to the month of September, where there were 2 big events. There are actually several, because I could actually go back to the Opens that were tremendous this year with big results. But I'm just going to use these 2 examples. At the Wyndham Championship in Greensboro, Young Kim, and the tour players call him Tom, he started the final day with a quadruple bogey. That's 4 over par. Tour players don't make quadruple bogeys. And yet he won. He still won. It was amazing. And how he maintained that mindset after a quadruple bogey. I can't tell you how many people say, I keep having all these blow-up holes. Well, 2 to 3 blow-up holes for a regular amateur is 1 blow-up hole for a tour player. He had a blow-up hole and still won. And then take it forward to the next week. We know Rory's had a heck of a year. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's been a stellar year. It's been challenging in many directions. And so Rory, the following week, paid attention to what Young Kim did. He said, anything is possible. And he really took it into his mind. And he recorded the largest comeback round, coming back from 6 strokes in the history of the Tour Championship, and he won by 1 stroke. And folks, that's all it takes. 1 stroke. Just one thing in your business can turn it around and make you more profits than you ever thought possible. I was just thinking about the story you just told me about the new client, the coaching client and company that you just signed up for. You weren't expecting it, but you've been doing the work and staying the course and really building strong relationships to the point where You got it. So going back to Rory. Yes. Rory's come close all year. Everybody keeps saying, oh, come on, Rory, you got to do it. And they say it's his putting, but no, he's had great play. He just hasn't gotten the breaks. And I found it interesting in a quote I read. He said, I've come so close all year. I was waiting for something. And I'm thinking, waiting for something? He wasn't waiting, because I know for a fact he has worked really hard. And finally, the stars lined up. In the midst of a turbulent year with the LIV and close possible wins and the big opens, I mean, he's still got that major championship thing behind him. But with hard work, focus, persistence, knowing what it would take to win, it paid off. And he won the FedEx Cup. It was great. And yes, Scotty wasn't playing well, but he didn't focus on that. He capitalized on it, and he goes, I took him down and played and had a great day. And sometimes that's all it takes to make anything possible. That is turning it around, folks. How are you making things possible? And you've got to believe that anything is possible. So I was thinking back through my notes, because we've had a lot of really good mindset topics. I know we had focus. I know we talked about target. I know we've talked about really hanging in there, staying the course. Well, he played his best and it paid off. And then he went on to say why he loves the PGA so much. Because it has the best players and the deepest fields. Folks, that's what keeps leaders leading strong, is they've got great competition, and it keeps you and your game moving forward stronger than ever, paying attention to what you need to do, because that's all you have control over, is what you can do. A strong mindset is not about, oh, what was me, whining about something, no worries. Leaders ask those who support them, well, what answers do you have to the question? Come in prepared. We've talked about that in past podcasts. And Roy has took everything in and just stayed the course, got the job done, and he won. Anything is possible. So listeners, it's your turn. It's your turn. And I want you to ask yourself these 4 questions to shift your mindset to possible. We see it again. What will your role be the next time you play golf or your sport? If it's not golf, it doesn't have to be golf, but golf's a great metaphor for all of this. How does this example Rory and Ju Young share relate to your business and game today? First, where have you gone out and gotten the job done this year? 2, where have you gone out, done your best, just missed, perhaps even gaining the perfect client? And how are you going to nail the next one? I've had many situations in business where I didn't get that client, but that meant there was a better one coming along. Now that's a better way to shift your mindset and believe that anything is possible. Better things could be possible. All right. So how are you going to nail that next one? Keep your head up. You got to do the math. You got to do your research. You got to get up again. Get the job done and win this time. Number 3, what needs a little more research, a little more deep dive, or study to go out there and have your best day ever? We're now in the 4th quarter. Have your best 4th quarter ever. And 4, who on your staff needs this pep talk? Or is it really you? And how, if it is someone on your staff, how can you support that so that you and your team believe, and go forward knowing anything is possible. Because quitters never win and winners never quit. Yes, anything is possible to win. And by going for the gold, you don't settle for silver. Right, Howard?
Very much, very much. I love it. These 4 points. And I think any leader, any sports athlete can take these points and grow with them and incorporate those points into their own routine and make them successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing that I was wondering about is who needs the pep talk, but maybe it's not about the pep talk. Maybe it's there's somebody ready to step up themselves to take on more responsibility and show what it's like to lead the way.
Absolutely. And so it might be a matter of letting go. And that's our next episode.
Little did I know I was
jumping the gun there, Howard. Jumping the gun, but
Andree,
all of this is possible because
I was teeing up your next episode.
You're already on the next hole, the next round. It's all good.
Go figure that. Fantastic, Andree. Appreciate that. For our listeners, once again, if they would like to learn more about you and your work, where are the best places for them to go?
Absolutely. The best places to go is my website. That's andreegolf.com, Andree with 2 E's. My Facebook site, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Instagram, right? Good videos.
Fantastic. Lots of good content out there from Andree. Do make sure you go out and be inspired as you start to slow down in the fourth quarter. You can definitely leverage all of our episodes on Spotify, Andree, as well as the many resources that you have available on your website and social sites. So again, thank you so much for this continuing journey of Mindset Monday. I love it.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure.
All right.
Folks, go out and do it. Ask those questions. Anything is possible.
Yes, ma'am. All right, folks, we now know anything is possible. And Andree is just giving you the 4 questions leaders should ask to just do that, to make anything possible. You will be able to find this episode on our website, successinsightpodcast.com, as well as our Facebook and LinkedIn pages on Success Insight Podcast, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Especially Spotify, where we have the series, the playlist of all of our Mindset Monday episodes with Andree. And remember to go out to her website, andreegolf.com, and we'll provide a link back to it, as well as to Andree's social sites on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and on LinkedIn. Okay, folks, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day. Enjoy the fall season. And we will see you on a future episode of Mindset Monday with Andree Martin on the Success Insight Podcast. Take care now. We are recording now. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Mindset Monday with Andree Martin on the Success Insight Podcast. Andree is our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. She's an LPGA Class A Life member, a nationally recognized top 50 golf teacher and expert, a member of the Maine Golf Hall of Fame, and a neuro-linguistic programming master certified coach. Recognizing golf's value as a business tool in today's competitive marketplace, Andree works with individuals, groups, and corporate or organizational clients to create educational and team-building programs that enhance the professional success of aspiring executives. Andree, so good to see you. Welcome back for another episode of Mindset Monday.
Thanks, Howard. Always to be back again. And oh my gosh, can you believe it's already the middle of October? Holy cow.
I love October. Even here in Las Vegas right now, I can't wait till it gets cold enough that I can bring out my wool sweater. I don't know about you, but
that's the Middle East, U.S. part of you, Howard,
that's the
coming
Middle
out.
East. That's the Middle East guy. I mean, it kind of misses that. Who knows? But I'm ready to go. I need that wool.
Oh, gosh. Well, I can wait for the wool, but it sure is starting to show. The leaves have have turned actually at this point, but it's still got some gorgeous parts, and it's so fun to see the four seasons again. For many years. To the listeners out there, folks, hope you're having a great day. And for many years, I saw two seasons: summer and summer, spring, maybe summer, summer, little fall. So this is a nice way to appreciate it. And as we've often said, Mindset Monday is all about helping not only get your game, but get your life and your mindset set straight and set to be your best in all aspects. Find that balance, enjoyment, and it's all about letting it go, right, Howard?
This is true.
So today's topic is the 4 keys to clear your head and let it go.
Heaven knows we need that.
Yes. So we almost let the cat out of the bag in the last episode, but it really is. And I know the reason you let the cat out of the bag is mindset is letting go. It's like, how do you get out of your head? It's in golf, how do you pull the trigger and swing? In business, how do you go for it, produce it, and deliver, right? And it's often easier said than done. And that's why we both have wonderful jobs as coaches in the world and inspirers to help you folks that are listening to this podcast get out of your head and really let it go. So you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. So if you think about it, listeners, we're always doing something, talking, reading, listening to the radio, Success or other podcasts, viewing social media, playing a game, planning what's next. The mind is kept naggingly busy on some easy, unimportant external thing all day long. And yet we have jobs to do. And yet we're wanting to be the best we can at our sport. And we live in a world of distraction. Don't you want to just let it go? I do.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
Yeah. And I do like darndest to practice it daily. So, folks, you ready? Last week we talked about anything is possible. So if anything is possible, you can really let it go. Here I am stamping my hand on my table, but I'm excited for you folks because it's these 4 keys will really help you let it go.
By the way, I'm not going to be editing out your table banging there. We'll keep that in as an emphasis.
Oh, it's important. I was working with some folks today, and it was like, no, just listen to these 4 keys. Here we go. The above listed statements, everything that was driving you to distraction and being in externals, even doing things for the cost of settling and appearing to look good, worldly, these are all just, and to be smart, they're just blocks to the flow. And it puts your mind into thinking versus mindset. And again, I'm going to use golf. You think, oh, I got to take it back. Well, where does my wrist have to go? Where's my hand go? Am I inside, outside? Where do I have to be at the top? Then what goes first in transition? Is it my hands? Definitely don't. How do I get my hips through? Where do I get my hips through? Well, where does it start? Where do I push off? This is all thinking stuff. And you got to get out of your head. So first, you've got to acknowledge and understand the fact that you're in your head. These are all stuff that's just spinning you. So, number 2, now we get to clear the mind and just let go. Yes, we're going to let go of that external clutter. So how do you clear the mind, you say? Well, I've said this in other podcasts. I'm a real proponent of breathing, first of all. Howard, I know you use it in your coaching as well. even if it's just taking a deep breath. And I cover a lot of different sequencing and ways to properly breathe to help the athlete really get in the zone. And I've actually quite successfully done it with a lot of my coaching clients as well. And so breathe and get very clear. You wanted to say something, Howard?
Yeah, it was funny. You're mentioning breathing. I had seen a post somewhere. It was probably on, I think it was on Instagram. It was a meme on Instagram, but it was about taking a long, deep breath. I don't know, maybe it was like 8-second breath. Hold it for 4 seconds. Let it out over 4-6 seconds. I forget the exact cadence,
Well,
but just that, but repeat it a couple times.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's really 4-4-4. I'll share it.
Okay.
This is a gift for y'all today. We did it in another podcast. You breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. It's a yoga form of breathing. And I've tried a lot of other different techniques with a lot of my students, and I find this one works the best. I had a student do it very successfully in the mid-an last month, and it really helped keep the nerves under control. So not only nerves, folks, you breathe, you get very clear on the top 3 priorities that you need to address right now in the moment. It's all about being present. So that breathing just gets you in your body and it gets you here and now. And then the top 3 points that are needed to create buy-in or approval in a meeting, perhaps. This is about clearing the mind. In golf, you get your top 3 pre-shot routine things in sequence, and you do it every single time before you make your shot. And breathing is the very first of that sequence. And then another example is the top 3 points that is needed for your team to succeed, for you to succeed, for your company to succeed today, this week, this month, final quarter. And knowing what to do, seeing it clearly in your mind, creates focus, confidence, belief, and a knowing to just let go. Right? Number 3, trust that you've got it. And all you need to do is to swing through to the target. I've mentioned several times, letting go of control is having control. Awareness, acknowledgement, and practice leads to trusting and letting go. Throughout the year, we've discussed in this podcast, this Mindset Monday podcast, ways to clear your mind, ways to have faith, ways to trust your game, your business, and how you personally affect your business and your own success and that of your team. Trust is the final piece. Let go. Trust the pieces are in place, folks. You have gone through all the checkpoints. You may want to check one more time in the 4th quarter. And then it's time to trust that the swing is there. The game plan is there. All your planning is in order. And you succeed nailing the target over and over and over. 4, letting go of control is having control. In golf, that is what great players do over and over again. I mentioned Rory in the last episode. Go to your sport. I mean, tennis had some great success stories in the Open last month. I mean, it was amazing. Young players coming up and beating those that have been in the game a very long time. And great players rehearse, practice, rehearse, swing. Yes, they rehearse again. They practice, rehearse, swing again. In business, the best leaders and managers practice and rehearse, build with staff that fill their weaknesses, strong, steady, focused, and they go. In sport and business, simple, kiss it, go. Less in the head. Too much thought makes you nutty, makes you crazy. I don't care if it's sports, business, anything in life. Think about what you got to do with the kids at home. Holy cow. You better keep it simple or they'll be climbing all over you, right? Oh, there's no dwelling on anything. So if you follow each of these keys, you're going to see it. You're going to clear anything that's left that's needed. You're going to let go and swing. And in business, you're going to deliver. Letting go puts you in the zone to repeat success over and over, going for the gold and not settling for silver.
Very good. I love it. Very powerful episode with 4 fantastic keys to success. And just getting out of our head is such an important facet of our success, whether it's on the course, on the court, the field, or in business.
Yes. And that reinforcement of the breathing, what it does is it moves your breathing from your head down into the chest. So it's another way of clearing out and letting go. And you're just burying it all the tension. You're in the present moment. You're much clearer for you, for everybody. Yes. And it makes all possibilities possible.
Most
especially
definitely.
Success.
You got it. You got it. So, Andree, once again, if our listeners would like to learn more about you and your work, whether you're working with leaders, working on the golf course, where are the
Absolutely.
best places?
Well, I'd love to hear how you're making these keys work for you, folks. So please visit www.andreegolf.com. That's Andree with 2 E's. I have a YouTube site. I'm also found on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Would love to hear from you.
Fantastic. Well, we will provide the links back to the website and to your social sites. And they can also find us on successinsightpodcast.com. Whether it's the website, we have our Success Insight Podcast pages on Facebook and LinkedIn. And I know you share the episode there as well. So there's a lot of opportunities to share comments too on those platforms. And Andree, again, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you again in November for the next 2 installments of Mindset Monday. Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right. Stay on the line. We'll be right back for a conversation. We'll do a quick close. All right, folks. We have just been chatting with Andree Martin, our leadership mindset and golf performance coach. You've been listening to another episode of Mindset Monday. And we have just 2 more episodes after this as we close out 2022 and gear up for 2023. You will have all the links to Andree's sites, including her website and social sites, in our show notes. And you'll also have more descriptions and detail about the 4 keys to clear your head and let it go. Again, you can visit us on successinsightpodcast.com or on our Facebook and LinkedIn pages at Success Insight Podcast. And you can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. And just a reminder, on Spotify, we have the Mindset Monday with Andree Martin playlist. So if you want to do a couple trips across country, what a great way to get into the zone and clear your head with so many fantastic episodes that we have produced with Andree. So until next time, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go out there, have a phenomenal day. And we will see you on a future episode of Mindset Monday with Andree Martin on the Success Insight Podcast. Take care now.
Success Insight is a production of Fox Coaching and First Story Strategies. Find us online, successinsightpodcast.com.